Welcome, dirty peasants, to episode 16 of the Wartwood Gazette Podcast. This week we'll be covering a lot of Amphibia news that just came out today on July 24th, 2021. I'm your host, Thumbaticon, and joining me today we have Nick.
What's up, guys?
Lemur.
Hello, once again.
And, Pixels.
What's up, amigos?
And Venom.
Hiya.
Alright, so I've got all of my links up from like the past 7 hours of news we've gotten.
Them receipts.
The receipts, yeah. So first things first, Amphibia Season 3 returns October 2nd. That's the big...
Very soon.
That was the most unexpected news of today.
I was
Never
thinking
would have thought in a
November.
million years.
We also have... Yeah, I thought next year too.
Yeah, straight up, yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
We also had the Comic-Con panel, the joint one between Amphibia and the Owl House. So during that, we also got an exclusive clip of what I presume is the Season 3 premiere of Amphibia, which we'll get into later.
Mm-hmm.
We got a poster as well, and we also got a list of like a bunch of guest stars that'll be showing up on the show, as well as a holiday Christmas special with songs by Rebecca Sugar. And there was also something about ratings where Amphibia was like the top 3 of its demographic. We'll get into that later. And we also got some character models of Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoy. We'll get into that later. We're getting a holiday special. I already mentioned that. We're getting a Marcy theme song takeover. And I think I've covered everything for now. That was a lot. So, to start off...
Your excitement.
Yeah. So, to start off, we're going to begin with the panel. So, it started off with a little bit of Owl House... a little bit of like Owl House information about like the episode of Hunting Palismans, and then we got to see like that world and stuff. Then on the Amphibia side, Matt talked a little bit about True Colors. Some significant quotes I want to bring up. Let me pull this up. There's a role reversal now that the Planners and Anne are in LA. So Matt, I'm quoting Matt. One of the things I'm most excited about for Season 3 is that Anne's parents are now going to become fully fleshed out characters and core cast members. So that's one great thing. Mr. Boonchoy is going to be voiced by Brian Sunalong. We don't have the...
Sonala? Yeah, something like that. Because
Sunalong? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't find some, like, the spelling of his name yet.
Yes. Same, because I think he's also new to the VA game.
Okay, and then we also got another quote from Matt. He said, "I'm happy to confirm that Narnia time is not a thing in our world. So time moves 1-to-1 between Amphibia and Earth." So those are like the main. Those were like the main parts of like the main things Matt said that I took away from that section before the clip. And then I think we'll cover the table read later. I'm just going to cover what some of the VA said during their Q&A. So Brenda said the hardest part of her role was just visualizing the world, and I just noticed that she had like a hop-up IOU card in her background. Justin mentioned that he has similarities with Sprig, loves adventures, trying new things. He likes the Ivy and Sprig dynamic because they're similar. Bill Farmer talked about Hop-Up's like emotional journey, especially the stuff with the box, and he thinks Hop-Up was right to bury it, but should have told Anne. And then Amanda talked about Polly basically growing a lot throughout the show, like mentally and physically, about getting legs. And she also mentioned that the show, like, it was something they talked about like when she came onto the show, but she wasn't sure what was happening. and then she found out about getting legs. Like when she got the script, basically. So I covered all that Q&A portion of it. So now I'm just going to give, I guess, a brief recap of that clip we've got. That clip we got. So Anne and the planners are walking down the street. Sprig's excited to see the new world, and then Hop Up asks about Marcy, and then Anne believes like Marcy's still alive, and she's determined to get back to Amphibia to get Sasha and Marcy. So they get to Anne's place, and she doesn't want to freak out her parents, so the planners hide in the trash so that she can ease her parents into the news about where she's been, but she's not going to mention Andreas. She's not going to mention the betrayal of Andreas or Marcy or Sasha or her blue power form that Sprig actually never got to saw, which the characters talk about later. We get a quick scene with Polly holding Frobo's head and talking about how they'll find a way to fix him up since Anne's world is a lot more technologically advanced. Anne knocks on the door. Her mom was cooking, looking depressed, opens the door, sees Anne. They reunite. Anne's dad comes into the frame. They reunite. And then Anne gets to see Domino again. And then eventually, like that blue jay makes its like signal. She makes like the signal that she had with the planners, and then Hop Up mishears that, and he comes out, introduces himself, and we get Sprig. The clip ends with Sprig introducing himself to the planners, and Mr. Boonchoi's passing out. And it was a lot to take in. I'm super excited. What's coming next? And I don't know, like I'm not the best person to start this conversation. I guess Lemur, what are your thoughts?
Thoughts about the clip?
Yeah, the clip.
Okay, so first of all, like it's nice to see, Sprig, being happy again after being thrown out of the window from Utopia Castle and almost plummeting to his death. Like, yeah, this kid is just like a ball of like optimism, and like, yeah, it's kind of weird seeing him like moved on from that, but like it's fine. He's a kid. Same with Polly, because for the first time she finally had legs. Of course she's gonna be a little bit outside of that. I'm also surprised of how Anne wants to get Sasha and Marcy back, because one would think that she would be, I guess, spiteful for what they did, but again, it only makes sense that Anne doesn't really, I guess, don't really care about that much, because in the end of the day, she's still her friends. It's like a mirror. It's like a mirror from what she thinks about them at both Handy Anne and Marcy at the gates, where like it's basically this is just a rough patch in their friendship. I don't know if that's going to hold on any longer, because I feel like they're going to tackle this head on once we get to the nitty gritty of season 3. But I still think at the end of the day that Anne is still going to, accept them to be a friends, especially when she sees them how much they change. Second, yeah, the reunion between the Boon Choice is everything that I wanted. I'm very glad that Boon Choi is going to reprise her role as Anne's mom, and also going to be a very prominent character in the season. It's nice to know. It's nice to see that, because we see it so rarely for family members to become part of the cast of the creator show. And when that happens, it's usually not that good. So to see Boon Choi, Ong Brawley not only be a VA for her son's show, but also be very competent and capable at that. it's nice to know. Also, the guy who voices Anne's dad, he's very good as well. Like, I like his energy, and I like how it's also like a diversion from like the typical dad stereotype that we see in cartoons. He's definitely a lot more um how do you say this? He's a lot more, I guess, chill than Anne's mom, but he's not stupid. And that's what I really appreciate about it. And yeah, and the ending clip where the planters mistake the Mockingjays call the Blue Jay not Mockingjay, the Blue Jays call as Anne's signal, and they mistakenly appear from out of the trash and scaring the planter, scaring the Boon Choice, especially Sprig introducing himself and Boon and Mr. Boon Choi fading. It's fun. It is a lot of fun. Overall, I'm very intrigued for what they want to do in this season premiere, especially with the fact that this is going to be a 22-minute episode. That's a lot of fun. And also, yes, no Narnia, nor Narnia trash, none of that garbage. The fact that that Amphibia and Earth's time is 1-to-1, and it's now confirmed that the girls have now been missing for 6 months. That's also going to open a lot of story potential, and I'm very excited for how they tackle that on.
All right, thank you, Lemur. Pixels, what were your thoughts on this clip?
I was really blown away. We got a lot of news in the span of 6 hours. And a correction on the 22, like the first episode of being 22 minutes. I've read a lot saying it'll be 44 minutes. So either way, I'm happy about that. We have a lot to in that 3-minute clip. We have a lot that we know and what we're in store for. It's basically Anne reuniting with her family. And that's it's going to be I can tell that the first episode is going to be very sad, very emotional. Because Anne's like dealing with what happened at the end of True Colors, and her believing that she thinks that Marcy's still alive. I'm really happy. It's this show is just of what we got from season 2 on, and what we're going to see in season 3. I'm really happy about this. I'm really stoked, and I can't wait for October 2nd, which is 3 months away. I really thought it would be at least December, because I was thinking, wow, this is a little bit too early since True Colors kind of ended like a couple months back. So
Yeah, like True Colors came out thank you, Pixels. Yeah, like True Colors came out at like the end of
May.
Yeah, the end of spring, basically.
May 22nd. Yeah.
I guess they just didn't want the audience to wait any more longer because they know how, I guess, big the cliffhanger of True Colors is.
Matt knows his audience. Matt knows his audience. I love that about him.
Yes. You do. Sorry, go on.
Oh, okay. Venom, how's your mic now?
Seem got to fix.
All right.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on this clip?
I like it, and it could give us like story potential in its Earth episodes, like exploring like what Anne's life was like back home. Like most of the time we see her in Wartwood a lot, and her connections with the whole world of Amphibia, and we can like see it to like happening here in its Earth episodes. So the clip, so it was like nice to see like Anne like worrying for her friends despite everything that happened in the True Colors finale, because the last thing that Anna saw like Marcy like dying in front of her from her point of view, but the season, but in the season 3 like opening sequence, like she's like comatose in a stasis status. It was nice to see, and we have an emotional moment of Anne reunited with her family after the 6-month like gap from like the 6-month gap from the flashback of reunion to and then to the present day.
Yeah, it was really like I think Nick will be able to like explain this better, but like it's going to be nice to see how much Anne has changed from like that first flashback we saw in Reunion to now, especially like with like everything she's been through in Amphibia, like for the past like 2 seasons. But Nick, what were your thoughts on this preview?
Man, I have like nothing but good thoughts about that short clip. I really agree with you guys. It was exactly what we needed after that huge cliffhanger in True Colors. Just seeing, I don't know, it was something was just felt so rewarding about seeing Spriggs grow around again right after such a dark and dramatic episode. Like I really do like the fact that this episode, like, yeah, while it is setting up future plot points and like potential emotional drama, it's also, I guess, just kind of nice to settle back in for a slice of life aspect. Like, I remember thinking like that was something I wanted to escape from in season 2, but after like True Colors, I think I'm fine with taking it easy for a couple of weeks before we get into anything heavy again. But yeah, just everything about that clip, it just felt really great to see. Honestly, I love the fact that it was an immediate follow up to what happened to all of them in True Colors. Like we got to see how they're all dealing with it. But I think just Anne was consistently my favorite part of that clip because it just feels so nice to just see how much of a strong person she is now compared to season 1. Because here, like right after escaping from Andreas, she's immediately planning to return back to Amphibia and like just shut down the whole thing and rescue her friends. Like I don't know, like just this clip all around, it was just great. Like it was just great. I have nothing but praise.
Yeah, I'm curious, like how soon after, I guess, how long it's going to take for Anne and the planners, like from wherever they teleported, just to like get to her house. Like I'm guessing maybe it'll be a few hours at most, and then probably maybe we'll get something along the way where like the journey between like where I think they were on the highway when they teleported.
Middle of the freeway.
Yeah,
in the middle of the freeway or highway, I guess, or
Same thing.
yeah, something.
It's
It
a
all
way.
works. It all works.
really? Because like,
Hey,
It all works.
It's a way.
because for us, like in Canada, like we have like freeway is just like main road, and then like highway is like highway.
Yeah, I
isn't
don't know.
that,
It's
isn't
a
that
way.
are they called like flyovers there?
I haven't heard anyone use flyovers.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fair. But man, I'm just. I mean, she was already like looking for a phone, right? Just imagine all the. We always say this, but I bet she's being swarmed by notifications right now. Like, oh, but imagine how sad it would be to, like to
doesn't have
scroll back to
Wi-Fi.
like, yeah, just oof. So that just
Oh, but-
imagine how sad it would be to scroll back to text from like 6 months ago, where a mom's saying, "Anne, where are you? It's been 2 hours and you haven't gotten back home yet." Like, imagine her seeing something like that. God, it's like while I do, yeah.
Also-
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
Also that picture with the girls. That's
Oh yeah,
heartbreaking.
yeah. I know. Like we were so.
That definitely happened. That photo was after.
Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, Battle of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when those 3 really did feel like their friendship was. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I will feel like Battle of the Bands was when those 3 actually felt like their friendship was back on track for real this time. But we all know what happened next episode. But yeah,
Don't remind us.
But it's like it just doesn't it remind you of that first group photo? Because I do remember it was Anne in the middle, just hugging both of them. Like it's just it makes me feel so miserable seeing that. But we'll get it back. We'll get it back somehow. But I don't know. Just the pain. There's nothing but pain.
I'm hurting. I'm hurting from looking at this picture.
It's nothing but pain. It's just because you know they can be this great. You know they can be amazing. You know they can get there. But like they have these issues that they didn't address, holding them back. Like I don't know. It's just the fact that we've seen them at their best is just what makes it hurt. Because you know, I don't know. You just know they can do better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just looking. I just know. Yeah, sure. This is gonna be slice of life again. I'm sure some people are gonna be like angry about it, but like, this is gonna be slice of life, but with like drama and emotionally charged episodes. Like I know I've said this like in the episodes beforehand, but like I just know like things are gonna be like looking great and awesome between Anne and her parents, but we just know that like there's still that divide of Anne's experiences in Amphibia. They're still going like she still has plans that go further beyond her just reuniting with her parents. Like that was like you can see it for Anne. That's just a step. That's just a step, and that's just a step. That's a part of her plan. Like she's not done. She's not done with Amphibia just yet. So I don't know if she's going to include them in any of that planning, but I just can't see them being on like the same footing for a while. Like
I'm pretty sure. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure that Ma and Pa Bunchoi aren't gonna be in the sidelines any longer. They're gonna be fighting alongside their daughter. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I just want. What are they gonna? Are they gonna use tennis rackets too, or something like?
They better.
They can be like. They'll definitely be like 100% supportive of their daughter. Like especially when considering about the posters and the intro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna. Sorry, move on.
Oh, go ahead, Lemur. Sorry.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say like there's definitely going to be like an episode covering, I guess, Anne's parents like refusing to let her leave, viewing distance.
Yeah, there's no way. No, I think straight up, there's no. It has to be the next
distance.
episode. Like, I feel like it has to be the next episode. Like, there's no way.
Early.
6 months, she comes back out of nowhere. There's no way they're gonna let her get out of their eye again. Christ.
Yeah.
And
Hop Up has to negotiate.
No, I feel like Hop Pop's gonna be chilling though. Like we've talked about before. Like he has 2 new parents to take care of. He's gonna be chilling. I want to see a laid back Hop Pop who doesn't care about parenting anymore, and he's just gonna let them handle it all. Because I mean, you've seen in the intro, right? He's just eating breakfast, using Anne's phone. Like this man, he's finally getting that much needed break he like needed like years ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a segment of Hop Pop like trying to. Well, actually, maybe I'm getting too far ahead. This is all like, but
there's just so much potential of like what they've thrown at us here. Like, I mean, I'll admit, like when I finished True Colors, I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to see an Earth Pop, but no, now I'm entirely bored for it because I know there's so much potential here that we can get from having these 2 different families clash together. Along with whatever Andrews is trying to throw at them too, and just the aftermath of True Colors. Like there's just so much potential for storytelling that's going into season 3A.
And remember that Sasha is still at the other side,
alive,
and we probably gotta know that she's gonna have a redemption, like a great redemption arc based on what we saw from season 1, actually, in the intro,
true.
in season 2, and what happened. And towards the end of season 2, and reunite with and go to Amphibia and Wartwood, and
she's gonna be in Wartwood.
Yes,
leading the
Wartwood's
charge.
like the ultimate. Yeah, Wartwood's the ultimate like therapy session.
Yeah, because
Ivy is going. I'll say this right now and quote me if this happens. Ivy is going to be the sprig to Sasha's Anne.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh man, no, that'd be cool to see though. No, I just want Ivy to say, "Hey, aren't you the girl who almost killed my boyfriend?" I just want to see that so bad.
Man, that would be like a cool dynamic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just need to see that. Oh man, but it's just yeah, I'm just really looking forward to what they're really going to be doing with Sasha and Grime here again, because isn't it the sort of the same situation as Toadcatcher? Like they fail in their plot again, and now they're on the run. Like they're back to how they started season 2.
Back to square one.
Yeah, I'm just really,
Not any longer.
I'm just really interested in seeing like what happens to the relationships. What happens to the relationship now? Because like, are we gonna get? Who knows? Maybe we'll get Hobo. Maybe we'll get Hobo Grime again. Dude, I want that back. Yeah, bring Hobo Grime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dad.
Oh, like moving back to like the clip, I'm just looking at like the Boon Choi's home, and it looks like there's something like some kind of green thing on the left side of the roof. And is that like a frisbee or something?
Oh, the Boon Choi house.
I did see something green on the left on the corner of something when I saw the video. So
I know, because that seems like such a weird detail. Like I don't know, maybe it'll just be used for a gag later or something. I don't know.
mean, to be fair, I've seen a lot of houses and I have to see like that one frisbee on the roof. So that's probably like a cliche or whatever. Who knows? Right?
Because like I feel like Amphibia does it a lot, where they just try to paint a story with like a specific location. They have like, I mean, we can even see in like the kitchen, right? Like they have like several. Because the Boon Choi's, they have like several different photos. Yeah, like their wedding, their trip I'm guessing Thailand, like just neat stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm just really interested in seeing how Anne's relationship with her parents are going to change her. Because like I mentioned this before, but like thank God for no Narnia time. I feel like I would have been like so mad if Narnia time happened, but like thank God it's not here, because it's really going to be that question of like what do we do now? Because like this is an entirely new person walking back into their doors. I mean, sure, she's like Anne's like a much better person now, much more compassionate and stuff. I could really see them appreciating the fact that they have like a more responsible daughter now. But like it's just a thing though. Like they weren't there to help out with that. Like I feel like there's gonna be that sense of disconnect with it.
And they were sick while she was gone. So
yeah.
And also, like, we also saw like Ma Boonsha like making something on the kitchen, right? What is she making? Is it like a cake?
I heard some of you like said cake or pizza.
Yeah, I said cake or pizza. It's one of those two. It's one of the because I just think pizza because like one of the first episodes, Anne was just like, "Hey, let's go make pizza." Or something, but I feel like if it was cake, that would be such a cool detail. Just showing that she's not been able to move on, she's still like grieving over the loss of Anne. Like that would be such a cool detail.
In the season 3 intro, didn't Sprig fall into a cake?
He fell into ice cream, I think.
Yeah, mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Mint chocolate chip, by the way. Thanks, Matt Brawley.
Dude, that was messed up.
Insequential.
that was messed up.
God damn it! Why are you making me cry again?
Yeah, you knew what I was doing.
Actually, there's a cookbook that she's using. There's like
it's like it has a tomato on it.
Yeah, there's a tomato and like garnish.
Yeah,
and like lettuce.
It just makes me think maybe it's just pizza or something. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. It's either pizza or spaghetti, but like it's not.
But she's using a whisk though.
Yeah. I thought at first it was like pasta, but nah, it's actually like dough.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, she's making something, but
yeah, she's baking, not cooking.
I just feel so bad for them though. It's just how did they like? You just have to imagine like how did these two move on? And they did not move on with their lives. Like there's no way they did. But like you just have them like what was just how miserable did they feel just having her not there?
Be one big therapy session.
Yeah, that is so sad. Oh, Peach is wrapping up early. Oh, he's coming. But like, it's just.
All right, moving on.
It's just, I don't know. I know we're getting a happy reunion here, but I can just feel myself generally feeling miserable during some parts of this season because, like, while it is nice, can we even really say we're getting a breather from, so we're getting a breather from, having the stakes raised, but it's like, we're going to be really, jumping into
Yes
something
and no.
that's just so that's a no. We're gonna
Yes
be
and
jumping
no.
into something that's just so emotionally draining. I feel because we still have the whole mystery of Sasha and Marcy's. I mean, not mystery, but like if I feel like their first appearance back, they're gonna be asking Anne what happened, like what happened to Marcy and Sasha, and I don't know how Anne's gonna handle that herself because I think it's like sort of like what Matt's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, these are slice of life episodes with a beating heart, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's just I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like I just know it is going to be emotionally driven and just dramatic.
But the first 5 episodes are all solely written by Maud Brawley. Imagine.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah, I think the minute the planners and Anne like settle down, like once they're like able to actually like rest, I think that's when we're going to have like Anne like explain what happened to like Marcy and Sasha. But then instead of her explaining it, maybe that'd be a good time to like cut back to Amphibia. So then we don't have Anne just like repeating the events of everything we've seen. At least we'll like
we
it'll
already
imply
know
that it
that.
happened.
Yeah, because
It'll
we
like
already
it'll
know
happen off
that.
screen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then,
I'm just crossing my fingers for like a stinger with like at least one of them right at the end of the first episode, like just like what they did with Best Franz. Just please give me something like that.
Yes.
Marcy in the stasis chamber. That's the ending.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or maybe you could cut the Sasha. She's saying like, Marcy, I'll find you wherever you are. And then like it's sort of just like zooming very fast over to Newtopia, and then we cut to the basement, and we see Marcy. And just maybe something that can incorporate the two, because I just really want to see what's. I mean, we already know what's going on with both of them, but it's like I really want to see them in that episode.
Mhm.
yeah, and I'm guessing the season 3 intro, like we're probably going to get the new intro in the first episode, right? Like I know some
Yes,
shows.
a new version,
Yeah.
an actually
Yeah,
complete
we should.
version of the intro. Let's go.
Oh, was it not complete before?
Even like, it's got yes and no, but like yeah,
Wait, what?
but yeah,
I thought that was a full thing.
yeah, it is the full thing. But I feel like they just added like a couple of like elements there that shouldn't be there. So like so they can complete it faster and present it to the wider audience.
Yeah, such
Like-
as the end of the opening sequence where we had
The group shot.
the group shot where we had Marcy's render that the
Yes.
render post that appeared
Oh.
in the
Yeah,
early,
they can probably
the early
change
season
that.
2 poster.
Yeah. Okay. I see
Yeah.
what you guys mean.
And
But
like-
and we had Sasha's render that was posted by DTVA. Like, when was that? Like, it was posted
First-
like
Third
prior to
Temple. Third
Ah.
Temple.
No, I
Yeah.
think it was for like the season 2 promo with that like Marcy like doing the peace out.
Was
It's an
it?
old
No.
render, I think.
Marcy in the
Mm.
yeah, that just makes me nostalgic. But like,
And there's like a random like a random like random
like,
frogs like
isn't
Mrs.
Croaker there?
Croker and
Yeah,
Loggle
right.
are there for
Yeah,
some reason.
I don't hate those two, but it's like I feel
Why?
like maybe Ivy
Yeah.
should be like a part of me is like
Yeah,
hold on.
Manny and Ivy should have been like a
Yeah.
better fit there.
I'm like wait,
Yeah,
wait,
like
is Wally
Croker's
there?
figure was
Wait, is
there.
Wally there? Wait, is
Yeah,
Wally
Wally
there?
was there.
Okay, good. I
Wait,
got-
Wally's fine. Like
yeah,
he
I got
can
my
be
boy Wally
important.
there. Yeah,
But like
it's just
Croker and Loggle.
It's like I don't know. I like these two, but it's like hold on a minute. Like what about Ivy? Like where's Matt? Like
Or
I need
Maddie.
those on there. Yeah.
or Union and Olivia.
Honestly, you're I'm sort of left wondering there. Hold on, shouldn't they be?
or
there
like
too?
or like some of the new human crew that we're going to talk about later. Wink, wink.
Uh-oh.
I have a
guess-
couple of things. Sorry,
Oh, go ahead, Lemur. What do you want to do?
I was gonna say I have a couple of things to talk about once we get to the new VAs.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
that
thinking
is a
about
very
moving on to
exciting
the-
part.
Yeah. I was thinking about moving on to like maybe the crossover read to take a break, and then we'll
Alright.
get
Oh,
back.
nice.
Okay.
But
Alright, let's go.
so I guess for the crossover read, it was just like it was an interesting tale, like where like Luce and Ida basically Luce creates some sort of spell using I guess spoilers for Owl House season 2. Luce found a book from like a former human in the Boiling Isles, who created like who was like an inventor, I guess, and then Luce created like some sort of spell that could transport her back home, but then it ended up transporting her and Ida to Wartwood, and then like meanwhile the planners are gathering materials for their like souffle. Well, Polly called it like suffering, and then
Suffering.
basically like when they're gathering ingredients, some like giant badger shows up. Well, and by the way, this isn't animated yet, because of course fans are going to animate this. But
They're gonna animatic the hell out of this one.
yeah, this was written by Matt Brawley and Dana Ter. How do you say her last name? Terrence?
Terrace.
I think it's Terrence.
Dana
Terrace.
Terrace.
Terrace. Okay. So Dana Terrace and Matt Brawley, they wrote the script together. So just when they're getting chased down, like they end up running into Ida and Luce, and I like that minor detail where Ida like she bowed to a grub hug, and then and also Ida is like apparently drunk on apple blood, and they meet up. They have like the reunion where like not reunion. They meet for the first time. Like Anne and Luce are like, oh, shocked to see another human. But then we end up having like a fight scene, like a team up fight with like Luce, Anne, Sprig and Polly, while like Hop Hop and Ida just like sit back and watch. And then eventually like Luce's portal starts like deteriorating, and then they eventually rush home, but then Ida managed to like steal Hop Hop's wallet while she was like basically flirting with him. And we get a little scene like with Amity's voice actor, I think Mae Whitman. She like has like it was apparently this scene takes place after what was that episode with like the library?
Looks like
Looking through
looking through the hourglass. Yeah,
The
something like
Looking
that.
Glass Ruins.
Yeah,
so
looking through the looking glass fluids.
So apparently this took place after that episode, but somehow after season 2, because Anne makes like a comparison about like tyrannical rulers. So maybe this is canon, maybe it isn't canon, maybe this is like an alter universe of the Owl of Amphibia, and then it's canon in the Owl House. I don't know. It was just a fun
Actually, I believe it was Luz who made. I believe it was Luz who made the joke about tyrannical overlords.
Oh,
okay.
So it could theoretically still be season 1 of Amphibia.
Yeah.
So I guess moving.
Hello,
since
PC.
Yeah, hey,
What's up,
PC.
PC?
So
Hey.
I guess we'll move backwards and just like pick PC's brain for his thoughts on that clip we've got today.
I mean, I'm sure you guys have already said most of what I would have had to say.
Yeah, we haven't covered the guest voice actors yet. We're going to cover that later. But what were your general thoughts on this preview?
Well, I mean, I thought, I mean, on one hand, I definitely getting clips of the show ahead of time always feels weird to me. But on the other hand, this is just really good at revving my hype up a lot. I talked a bit in the Discord about just how interesting the setups are. Like Anne hiding or Anne wanting to hide the severity and danger of her adventure from her parents. I don't know if you guys mentioned that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. No, I thought I just thought it was like a cool semi-parallel to Hot Pop, also trying to hide dangerous things to keep his family safe. So
Yeah,
I just thought that was
sorry, go
cool.
ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just reaffirming a statement.
Yeah, like I definitely think after everything like Hop Up and Anne like went through like and the trust issues between them, like I feel like that might like come up in the show as well. Like, and I think
Yeah.
Hop Up will like offer a little bit more like insight since he was the perpetrator last time.
Yeah, especially since I don't really think we ever really got true forgiveness from Anne for Hop Pop. Like they definitely recognized that they needed to, come to terms with stuff. But I don't know if we ever really got like a moment of like forgiveness between them.
Yeah,
And
I
the idea of Anne realizing that sometimes you feel the urge to hide things from your family to keep them safe. I think that would be like a good catalyst for that kind of forgiveness.
Yeah, I think in season 3 they're finally going to wrap up that storyline between Hop Pop and Anne. Like they're gonna forget. Yeah, it's gonna be like Anne finally reclaiming her place in the Planter family after everything that they went through together.
Yeah, and I mean, I mean, she was part of the family still, but there was like that underlying tension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think it would be a really good way to resolve the arc, just having Anne understand like Hop Hop's position back in After the Rain.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like in this theoretical situation that may or may not happen, I think Hot Pop would try to get Anne to come clean to her parents about it, and might even like spill the beans, as it were. Let her like tell her parents what's going on, since it seems like Hot Pop is going to be getting to know the Boon Choys like well on a personal level.
Marcy's
Yeah,
dead.
for this kind of thing, like I think Hop Up's like unpredictable because like on one hand I can see him after everything like he's been through with Anne. I feel like he's going to do everything it would take to like keep Anne's trust, including like maybe like keeping quiet about whatever Anne wants to do. But then like on the other hand, I could see him definitely pushing Anne to like come clean with her parents. And then I also don't see it in Anne's nature to keep like there's a lot like as we can see like in this clip, like there's a lot that happened in True Colors where like Anne admits that she's been betrayed by everyone.
Yeah, well, Anne is currently trying to deal with her trauma, and part of that is by compartmentalizing it away from her safe zone, which is Earth. She's trying to separate her trauma from her parents because her parents make her feel safe.
Oh wow! You also just have to imagine, like, I feel like she could also just see how miserable they've been without having her there, and just imagine also like, I can really see Anne's dilemma here. Like, just imagine also putting that like another layer of that emotional trauma, just realizing like what Anne's been through while she's been in Amphibia. Like, I could really see why she would hesitate here. But like, I really do agree with you, Thumb, there. How you said that it's not Anne's true nature to try and hide and lie to people, because even when she met up with Marcy, like she still told her exactly everything that happened between her and Sasha. So yeah, so I think that could work there.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not in Anne's true nature to lie, but I think Anne is going through some stuff, and she might do things that she'll regret later. Of course, this is all predicated on the idea that her hiding it actually lasts beyond the first episode, which, considering Andreas is sending over robot ninjas, it might come out pretty quickly that shit's going down.
True.
Yeah, pretty. I can't honestly. Yeah, I can't imagine it lasting for too long too.
Yeah, speaking of robot ninjas, we got a new poster, like new poster today, where like they're basically like in the middle of the road, and we have that new Frobo design like coming out along with like the standard evil Frobo baddies. And then I just really liked in the background how like Anne's parents are just like Anne's mom is like smiling, looking at the distance, and then her dad just looks terrified.
Yeah.
I don't think he's definitely not used to all this weird otherworldly things. Because I mean, as soon as he saw the planters, yeah, he
fainted
out. Yeah, he passed out as soon as he saw them. He doesn't understand what's going on right now.
Yeah, Mr. Boonchoy is going to struggle with these realizations.
It's surprising how her mom is like chill.
She's
for some
so
reason.
cool
I thought it was
with
gonna be
it.
the opposite. Yeah,
Because I could see them. Yeah,
I'm so proud of my little girl, and her dad is just, what the hell is going on right now?
yeah, it'd be pretty interesting though. I could see them having like opposite. Like they're gonna have like I guess sort of like a reversal of like what the relationship was before. Because I think didn't Matt describe Papa Buchoy as like sort of like more chill and down earth compared to like Anne's mom or something. So
Yes,
yeah, it'd be
He's
kind
a
of nice to
different-
think that like there's a sort of like role reversal with him here because like Mama Buchoy, like she's just happy to see her daughter be this hero that she can be, like, and Papa Buchoy, he's just like freaked out the whole time. He has no clue what's going on. He doesn't know why robots are invading the city or frogs are living here. Like he needs time to catch up as well.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, he's grounded, which means he's not ready for all the crazy shit that's going on.
Yeah.
True.
All right, so... Oh, sorry, continue, Lemur.
I was gonna say, like, the VAs for the parents, they do great, honestly. Like I said it before, but
Mhm.
I have to reiterate how much of a good job that the VAs for Anne's parents do.
Yeah. It's his mom, so it's his actual
Yeah.
mom.
Especially
Matt's mom is knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Ong Brawley is a surprisingly great voice actress.
I should
So it's-
probably learn what her name actually is, rather than just calling her Matt's mom.
Yeah,
Ong Brawley, yeah.
because like
Probably.
it's just. I feel like it's just really nice to have the mom because like Amphibia already feels like such a personal story, you know, and just having like that extra like just that extra I guess like note of of his mom voicing a character. I think that's just pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just nice. Like I just really like it.
Yeah, we
Okay,
rarely sorry. Move on.
Oh, sorry, Lemur. Quick, Matt Brawley's mother's name is On Brawley.
Ong Brawley. Yeah.
On Brawley, okay.
Okay, I'll try to remember that because I feel like she deserves to be called by her actual name.
On Brawley, okay.
And the dad is voiced by Brian Sunala.
I think so. Like I can't find his name yet. I only
Yeah.
just heard it from Matt's interview.
Yes.
Yeah, Brian
There's
something.
Brian Sunala, something like that.
Yeah.
And then-
I mean,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
oh no, I was just gonna say I don't know. There's just something about him saying that they're gonna be fully fleshed out characters this season that just made me so happy. Like I don't like I just can't recall any other show where I was just this genuinely excited to get to know a character's parents and actually have them be a part of the main cast. Because I feel like usually I'm like, oh, they're just gonna take away the fun of it. But no, I'm like, this is like a very character focused show. So like I'm already like really interested in just seeing how they affect things here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like what I thought was interesting is that Matt in the interview said that he always knew Anne's mom would be part of part of this like story, and then was that what influenced, I guess, the structure of the planter family, where we have like Hop Pop, who's like the caretaker for the planters, is like not extremely old. He's a crisp 68, but Hop Pop is a little bit older than the like average adult. And then now that the planter family is on Earth, like you have like, I guess, like a complete family where like Anne has like siblings, like a grandparent, and then like her parents now, which is really Interesting.
Yeah, technically, Hop Hop is older than both Anne's parents. Ooh, that's gonna
Combined,
be
maybe.
interesting.
Well, it's, yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
So, oh yeah, what?
I was gonna say it's interesting.
It is. It is. Going back to the poster just for a moment. Well, apparently it's not technically a poster, but
Key art.
yeah, it is key art. But going back to the key art, I think it's important to note that the robot ninja that we see in the poster has actually slight design differences to what we saw in the intro.
Let me pull up an image then.
Yeah. I've actually got it pulled up already. I was
All
about
right.
to. I'm about to.
Walk us through it.
Well, I have to take the screenshot first. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Give me a sec.
Someone to cover, so
someone be incredibly entertaining for the next 15 seconds.
I'll have redacted.
Oh God! Hey,
Oh my God!
I feel bad
We
for I
said-
feel bad for like the Owl House crew because like they had that really interesting segment like how the episode Hunting Palismans was made where they had like that really big panning shot
Yeah, that's cool.
and then like different segments of like introducing I forgot the name of that town, but it was apparently like near the Titans' armpit.
Bonesboro.
Oh
No,
Bonesboro.
not
other than-
Bonesboro. The
No?
other one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually really liked the honeycomb bone marrow thing.
The bone marrow homes and stuff. That was
That was like legitimately cool, and
Oh yeah.
I do feel a little bad because this definitely felt like the Amphibia segment rather than Amphibia and Owl House segment.
And
I think it's
Amphibia
because, like,
featuring us.
the panel alone, like it felt like pretty even. Where like they talked about they didn't talk about season 2 that much for the Owl House. I was surprised by like I thought we'd like they talked about the latest episode or the not yesterday's episode, but like the episode before. But like I thought they would like go in a little bit more detail about like stuff that's coming up. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
would
mid-season
love more.
finale.
Yeah, maybe the mid-season finale.
Oh God damn it!
yeah,
I tried
just some
to
like
hold on. I messed up the. I'm just gonna do the poster. For some reason, it downloaded the image as a .jfif, and I'm not even sure what that is.
yeah, first time seeing it
Change it
too.
to JPEG.
yeah, I never heard of this before.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Well,
What's it?
I'm just gonna do the. I had cut out the poster. I'm just gonna do the full poster. It's pretty easy to see even without the close up. I mean, sorry. Continue what we were talking, and then we can talk about the robot ninja.
I think we've pretty much covered like our thoughts
Okay.
on the Owl House panel.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, just like the major design differences that stand out to me are the. Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Are the fact that the in the poster, the key art, the robot ninja is a lot slimmer and more angled. You can especially see on its knees and its toes. And the most obvious difference is the light in its chest piece is glowing bright blue.
Yes.
In addition, the mohawk thing appears to have an angled taper on it, where in the other one it was just flat.
Also, the pauldron sides are a bit smaller too.
Yeah, the pauldrons have changed. And honestly, this isn't that big a deal. Like, it's just interesting to me how the key art has some very noticeable differences from the intro. And it makes me wonder if perhaps at some point the design of this guy changed.
Possibly. And like even like the key art here is a little bit off from like the main design. Like you can tell with I think Polly, I guess.
Yeah, Polly is looking a bit weird here too. Polly's face is a bit too small.
And Ant's eyes are a bit far apart.
But these feel like more like the glowing chest piece. Feels more significant than a slight proportions error, than a slight proportions change, and it might not mean anything, but it does make me feel like this guy, this robot dude, might be more than just a one-time mook.
Yeah, like because we know, I know PC mentioned this earlier in our chat that like all the magic tech in like Amphibia is like technically powered by the box, and like I wouldn't be surprised if like this like version of Frobo is like takes up maybe a little bit more juice than the others to operate, but then like of course like it's probably like a more like stronger version of the Frobo catalog.
Well, it's definitely unique in the Frobo catalog.
Yeah.
Like, most of the Frobos that we've seen, even the giant Frobos from the intro, follow the same basic proportions, and this guy is designed differently.
I want to point out something too. The two up top, they kind of look like they're based off of bullfrogs, and the Frobo Ninja is like looks like it's based off of a newt. So I just want to point that out.
I don't know if it's a newt. It is definitely not as wide or as bullfroggy as the other ones, though.
Right. I just want to point that out.
Yeah. No, I do see what you're saying.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised either if they based off the robot designs off of, like certain frog species. I mean, Amphibia's like already done that before, where they had like different kinds of frogs in the show. So yeah, I can see that being here.
No, it's just interesting. Is all that there appears to have been some significant thought put into the design of this guy, which makes me think he might be showing up a bunch.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like the other Frobos have changed that much from the intro, honestly. So yeah,
No.
Plus, I mean, he feels like he's the only one who's like sort of I don't know. There's just like this sense of closeness to the cast. Like I just more compared to the other Frobos shown in the poster. Like I'm really getting what you're saying here.
You can sense effort put into his design that would not have been put into just a disposable mook.
Well, I know like the key art version of like the top basic Frobo model, like the wings look a little bit more angular than what we saw in True Colors. I think this reminds me a little bit more of Joe Sparrow's like initial concept art. I don't know if I can pull that up, but
no,
like
I very much so. Like the robots in the key art are also different, and I'm not entirely sure what that means, to be honest. It could just be designs have changed slightly over production for ease of animation, or just as design sensibilities change.
Most do that anyway. Look at Steven Universe. Look at their like first designs of Pearl. It was like so weird.
Yeah, it was radically different.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So like I could just be grasping at straws here.
No, but I feel like I'm just getting what you're saying there, because it's just he's the only one who looks like he's specifically like charging at them. And
yes,
I don't know. I mean, and then you just have your two generic Frobos shown above them. I mean, like I really feel like there's gonna be something about this one specifically. But no, just watch. Watch. He gets like one throwaway episode and then he just gets tossed into the trash. But
I gotta say, all of these all of these visual analyses must be very interesting for the podcast listeners.
Oh man.
Oh,
and the only two people who are actually listening to this podcast.
You're welcome. What a big audience we have, right?
but God. I think it's a good time to talk about Frobo's new design. He's a car now.
Oh
God! All right.
When we talked about them fixing Frobo, I did not think in that way.
I was expecting he would be a little baby, like the robot panda.
Yeah, something like that. Like maybe like Baby Groot or something. I don't know anything, but they turn him into a race car. It just feels like
I like it.
Oh,
I like it.
Awesome. I don't.
I don't. It's just
I like it. Like I I don't know how I feel. I like
Yeah,
it, but I hate it.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. Like, I think it's funny, but it's like, dang, Frobo, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you're ever gonna be like that significant. I don't know.
It's his
It'll
first
it'll
stage.
take me a while to get used to him, but
It's
I
probably gonna be his
think
first
I think
stage.
I will.
Don't worry, the mechanics are gonna come in and make him a new body.
Definitely,
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe
I
this is like a
definitely think
temporary
like
body or
having
something.
Frobo. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, like maybe this is like a temporary body for like season 3A.
That's what
Then
I
like it's
thought.
season
Like
3P. Like,
I can see this being like for 3A. Like the planners are like at home right now, and having like Fro being like this like wide ass robot, like it's probably hard to navigate the home. So like having him as an RC like lets him be a little bit more like have more intimate moments with the
It's like,
planners without like disrupting the setting. But then like
yeah,
later for once we get like a battle, like you never know like in the end game, like I guarantee like Frobo's going to get like some kind of like cool like upgrade to like
I mean,
help out in the end.
yeah.
Right.
in
Because-
the end game, there's presumably going to be a lot of broken Frobos lying around. Just
Yeah,
jam
and
them in.
like,
Spare
Mhm.
parts.
yeah, and like to be fair, we haven't really encountered like any Frobos at this point, and we haven't met the mechanics yet. So I really do think that this is gonna be like, this is just gonna be a temporary form for Frobo. He's kind of like one of those like automated vacuum cleaners. That's what he reminds me of right now.
I just feel like he's been so degraded. I feel like he's just been so disrespected.
I think he's just happy to be alive.
Yeah, he's just happy.
Yeah, he's just
I mean,
happy,
to be
bro.
fair, it's not even it's not even human. So yeah, it's just happy to be like functional for once.
Jeez. Poor Frobo. Poor Frobo. But yeah, I think we might be right about this. Like maybe this won't last for too long.
It's like
At least
stages.
like he doesn't have to do chores. Like the moment
Yep.
like he became part of the planner family, like Hop Up just had him doing work.
It could be like what they did in Watch Dogs 2. Like we start up with a little RC car, but every time we get he's a drone, and then he's like a freaking spider drone frog thing. Like yes, or something like that.
Oh, so do you think like Frobo is like able to like he's doing this himself and not like someone else isn't like once someone gets him online, he'll just like start like repairing himself.
I mean, remember what we saw in True Colors? He was he was under his control, but not that long. He fought along Anne and the others.
Yeah.
Andreas even said, "Oh, you're like what did he say?
Oh, one of my
Like,
one of my defective
Oh,
robots.
look at that! One of my
Right.
broken robots.
And then
exactly."
he just smashes him to pieces. Like that was yeah.
Just brutal.
Trauma
Absolutely.
Yeah,
aside,
he's not there. It's not on its own It's under its own protocol, not the Utopian protocol installed in him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, Frobo had to be like programmed on like Hop's like what rules of the road? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, rules for the road.
That wasn't confirmed though. I think that
Wasn't
was just like
confirmed.
that was a fan theory like that we all had for a while.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a good time for us to segue into the guest stars.
Yes!
And
Yes!
There's
Hot
so much to
tamale.
talk about here.
Okay.
so yeah, we got
whoopee.
before we cover that, like we're getting a 22-minute Christmas special featuring a song written by Rebecca Sugar.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's freaking
Yes.
go.
And
Yeah.
also,
Reading off the business. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Lemur.
oh wait, are you gonna mention what I'm gonna say? I think you go on.
No, probably not. I was gonna just say since its premiere in June, like 2019. I'm reading the article from Business Wire.
Okay.
Amphibia has garnered over 107 million views across Disney Channel's YouTube, and currently ranks among the top 3 cable series with kids 6 to 11. So
That's
Oh,
amazing.
wait.
That is
Yeah.
really good news.
Are you telling me
on-
that 6-year-olds watch True Colors? What the hell?
Apparently.
Oh,
Apparently, yeah.
imagine that.
Fuck.
I wouldn't be
I mean,
surprised
they
if they
watch-
quit.
they
Like that's
probably
just
watch
Their
the
parents
kids
are
more, too.
cool. Those
I'm
parents
gonna
are
be
cool.
honest. When I was a 6 to 11-year-old, I would have loved that shit.
Same. Those parents are
I'm
cool.
trying. I'm
man.
trying to think. I don't even know. I don't
I don't know about you guys, but
American.
American kids that age are fucking bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Like not even gonna front.
I mean, I remember Matt mentioning another interview, like his like defense was like, oh, like all these kids saw saw Spider-Man die in Infinity War, just like turn to ash, and people loved it.
No, that's a really fair point. That's a fair
That's a
point.
good. That's a
Yeah, because
fair
like it was just
comparison.
yeah,
To be-
because just
yeah.
because like what happened? He said like what happened in the end. It was just meant to be like sort of Amphibia's own like Dumbledore death scene or like Gandalf death scene. Like it was just supposed to be that super hard blow to like a fan's yeah, just to a fan. Yeah.
Honestly, I think and this is more into general storytelling. I think character death is a really strong tool in terms of storytelling that a lot of writers don't use because they're afraid of making their audience upset.
Yeah. Like resurrecting them right away, or
Mhm.
Steven Universe is kind of guilty of that, but they did it in a way that is not like really resurrecting. There's a reason why he's resurrected because of the gems and their history.
I mean, to be fair, I say that, but it's not like Marcy's actually dead. So
Yeah.
Right.
It's
She's in
just
a tank.
it's just
She's
it's
in a
the threat
space
of death.
chamber.
yeah.
It is the threat of death more than the actual death itself.
Yes. All right. Let's continue with the guests. Thanks.
So I guess for all like the guest stars, we have Whoopi Goldberg from
I'm
The
pretty
View,
shocked about that.
RuPaul Charles from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Nick,
Kate-
you want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg, Nick?
What? Okay. All right. Hold on. When I made that point, I was just joking. So
Oh, there's more voice actors. There are more like guest stars. We got Kate Micucci, who's like who's
Yes.
the voice of Webby
Yes.
on DuckTales.
Yeah.
Yes!
Say it again. Say it again, Stevie.
April McDuck. Brad Garrett from Everyone Loves Raymond. Anika Noni Rose from Princess and the Frog. So
Was she Tiana?
frog.
I believe she
Yeah,
was
she was-
Tiana.
Yes.
Tiana.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
We got Archie Yates from Jojo Rabbit. Wallace Shawn from Young Sheldon, but I think he was a prominent like
Toy Story.
Deep Space Nine actor.
Wallace
was it-
Wallace Shawn has been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's Rex from Toy Story for the animation fans out there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I've seen his. I heard his voice then.
we got Wayne Knight from Seinfeld. We got Jason Ritter from like this like small indie cartoon called Gravity Falls.
Gravity
Yeah.
Falls. Yep.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Small
ne-
in-
never
Yeah,
heard of it.
it's a very
Never heard of it.
underrated show. Nobody watched it.
It's a YouTube animation thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made by a guy named Alex Hirsch. I don't know if anyone has heard of him before. Probably not.
Underrated gem.
Underrated
Very
gem.
underrated.
Voice is one guy
Well,
named Dipper.
classic.
Probably never heard of him.
Called Classic.
We also
Uh,
have Dana Davis from Craig of the Creek, but I think she was the voice of
She's also
from
Kelly. Yeah,
Force
she-
of Evil.
Kelsey.
Yeah,
I
she's
still-
Kelly.
I still need to watch that.
And
Kelly.
like she's also starred in a bunch of Disney sitcoms before. So yeah, she's a Disney product in a way.
Also watch
Oh,
Craig of the
okay.
Creek. It's a good show. Watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I need to watch
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Shout out to Craig of the Creek. It's a great one.
Yeah, I think they got season 4, like a
Yeah, the
season 4 movie
poster.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
Mhm. And
And then we got Melissa Villasenor from Saturday Night Live.
Melissa
SNL.
Villasenor.
I'll be honest, I
Senor.
do not know who that is.
Yeah,
SNL.
Yeah.
same.
oh,
This is the
Most
first
of
time.
those, I do not know who that is.
Let me check.
Um,
from New York.
She was on OKKO.
Oh, they're
really?
on OKKO.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at their IMDb. They've been in a lot of stuff actually. They were in Toy Story. I guess they just did that because it was the most recent one.
Summer Camp Island. That's cool. And then
Yeah.
I think that covers. Yeah, that covers like whatever we know for 2A, because not 2A, 3A, because I know with like the articles we got for season 2, they updated it once
Mhm.
we got the second half of the season, so we never know. There might be more.
You know what's so funny? when we got the season 3 intro, people were joking about, oh, the bald guy's gonna be RuPaul because he looks exactly like RuPaul.
And like RuPaul is actually in the show.
I love that.
They got RuPaul, and then they just made him look like RuPaul, and it's blowing my mind.
Guess what, motherfucker? It's RuPaul now.
I just love it.
It is just straight up RuPaul.
I just love that. I just love the fact they pulled that.
Like the fact that you got someone like Whoopi Goldberg here in the show, like what? That's
the voice.
That's
the
a high
voice
actor.
cast is
insane.
Yeah, I think they're going all out.
This is like A plus. Like this is actually like triple A. S tier casting. Yeah,
S tier.
Whoopi Goldberg, Archie Yates, Wallace Shawn,
RuPaul.
RuPaul's more of a guess. RuPaul's not like that famous of a voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool, but the sheer amount of talent in the cast this season is blowing my mind.
Big.
The only
they're pulling out all their cards.
The only thing that this is
scope.
Right. Yeah, it is. It is so big. The only thing that is missing here is Ron Perlman, David Tennant in this cast. And like
that's because you want them to voice Frog Cthulhu, right?
Yes. I want them to.
Ron Perlman.
I take Ron Perlman. I vote for Ron Perlman.
Nick, do you wanna make your prediction now, just in case you want to think right?
Let's just keep that. Let's keep that off the podcast.
Come on, you know you want to do it.
all right. Listen. This is
Nick, what if you're right and you didn't call it?
Whatever. I'm probably there's like a 100%. Let's say there's a 99% chance I'll get it wrong, but fine, whatever. Whoopi Goldberg is going to voice the night there. It's out there. Immortalized. It's out there now.
Like, it's out here, folks. You heard it first. Exclusive insight from the Wartwood Gazette.
If it's true, Nick deserves a fucking medal.
It probably won't happen. I'll just claim it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But yeah,
whoever
go ahead, Nick. I don't know. I'm just really excited to see what they give us with season 3 because it just feels like we're going beyond what season 1 and 2 set. Like it's not even just the potential storytelling they can do for us here. It's just the fact that I feel like so much talent is now coming on. I mean, well, we already had like a lot of talented people on for the show, but it just feels like now we're just like jumping up to a new height for this show, and I'm excited to see what they do here.
I mean,
it really does. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, like even season 2 had like a pretty like all-star cast. We got like Keith David and we got David.
Amazing.
We got. I forgot the name of the guy who voiced Cobblepot.
George Takei.
Yeah, George Takei. He was also a pretty like big name as well. Like,
yes.
I just hope whoever Anika Noni Rose voices, I hope she gets to interact with Andreas. Just to get that Princess and the Frog
yes, it has to happen.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so do we want to take a guesses from who will voice the human crew?
I mean, yeah.
Of course. Go ahead. So RuPaul is voicing RuPaul. That's
I already have the pick.
Yes.
I already have the
Wallace Shawn is pretty clearly the little old guy.
Yeah, I already have the picture.
Human Hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, human hop.
From left to right, I'm gonna take a guess. The blonde FBI agent is gonna be Jason Ritter. The old man is gonna be Wallace Shawn. The young mechanic is either gonna be Kate McCucci or Melissa Villaseñor. The older mechanic is gonna be Dana Davis because she voices Kelly. This is the first time that she voices a kid character. RuPaul is going to be voiced by RuPaul, obviously.
Obviously.
Anika Noni Rose is either going to voice... Oh, no. The archaeologist is either going to be voiced by Whoopi Goldberg, Anika Noni Rose. But I bet in the latter, personally.
Yeah, no offense to Whoopi Goldberg. This young woman does not look like a Whoopi Goldberg.
No
offense. She is a talented actress with many years of experience under her belt. But I just don't think the voice would fit up.
Yeah, they just I
Yeah.
feel like it doesn't have that Whoopi Goldberg vibe to it. Like I mean, I just imagine like wise, very introspective characters like with Whoopi Goldberg. I just don't really see it here, honestly. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
just,
and the blue scientist is either gonna be, like I said, Kate Micucci or Melissa Villaseñor. It's interchangeable, honestly, for me.
Right.
I think it's likely that Melissa Villaseñor is going to voice the. I'm not actually sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, right? It's hard.
Because we only see them like waving. We don't like once we like get even like the slightest like bit of movement, then maybe we can get like some idea of like what the character's personality is like, and then work our way from that.
Because I feel like Kate Micucci is like the scientist who's like chill and like.
See, the big thing I think is that this show has gone out of its way to cast characters of color with appropriate actors.
Yeah, same. So,
the younger mechanic, I'm not sure what her
ethnicity
is, but I don't think she's I don't know what Melissa I don't know what Villaseñor is, so I guess I can't say anything.
But yeah, no, that could be a good way of figuring it out. Because honestly, I just feel like for me, I was just basing it off of like what small things we can tell about the characters here from the intro and just like the specific voice actors like track record. But yeah, Amphibia has shown that it's. Yeah, I feel like that could be a good way of discerning it.
Like they do a very good job at making sure people get representation.
Yes.
Yeah. Melissa Villaseñor is Latina. So. Anyway.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Anyway, and to be fair, there are more voice actors than are in this picture, so there are probably more characters that we haven't even seen where they could be matched up to.
True.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe just Whoopi Goldberg could voice the night. It's on the table.
Whoopi Goldberg voices Anne's mom.
Oh God.
I think the main takeaway from this cast, though, is that it really does feel like Disney is putting a lot more money into season 3.
Yeah, they're going all in on this one.
It just feels like a season that's just going to end with a bang. Like we're going all out this time. Like Disney is really investing in what Amphibia can do here. I'm really feeling that.
Like honestly, between this, the Rebecca Sugar stuff, and the fact that we have an entirely new intro, it really does feel like they're pulling out all the stops for the final season.
Is that why you think the Owl House season 3 is only getting 3 episodes? Because the fan base for Amphibia is way bigger, in my opinion, than the Owl House.
Well, okay, we're getting into the weeds. We're getting into the weeds here. I will say, I just like full statement. Disney lost a lot of money because of the coronavirus, and they were looking to cut costs somewhere. And the Owl House was unfortunately a very expensive show that did not give proportionally good profits. Because the majority of its audience are teenagers with little to no disposable income and who might not even be living in the US and have no way of legally watching the show at all.
Honestly, that's a very good way of looking. I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
That's really creepy, see? Wow.
Marketing.
Marketing.
It sucks, and I don't think the Owl House doesn't deserve it, and I'm not trying to justify Disney's decision.
Right.
But I think that's the main thing that happened to the Owl House.
Yeah.
And it's also worth noting that like Amphibia was a little bit further in production before like this pandemic happened. Like I think when the Owl House was like switched to work from home, they were I think in the middle of hunting palismans, and Amphibia was like wrapping up season 2 basically.
Yeah.
So if they were going to cut costs like from like a logistical standpoint, like cutting
It
down
just
or
makes the
whatever.
most sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
Still-
still,
Even though it's
I'm still
like
blown away.
it's not really necessary personally for me because Disney has a shit ton of money.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
that's
do, but we all know
Google.
how Disney operates.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, I'm still blown away by that figure though. Like over 107 million views from the 6 to 11 demographic. Like that still blows me away for Amphibia.
Well,
Honestly, Like, I didn't-
107 million
YouTube
views to
channel.
just the YouTube.
Or just YouTube.
just to YouTube. Gee,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Also,
like,
this is also like Disney's way of saying, "Hey, sorry about the TC scenario here."
yeah, it really does feel like in a way. Disney is saying, okay, so I know, we screwed up. Okay, but here you go. You little frog bands, here you go. Here's all your cool stuff for season 3. It really does feel like that.
Also, we're getting Amphibia apparel, so I can finally buy a shirt because I didn't buy a shirt the first time around.
Yes.
Congratulations
Yes,
to all the
yes.
Americans, by the way. Congratulations.
Oh,
Yeah.
It would have been
buy a
nice.
shirt
Like,
I
Would've
can
been
buy a
nice
shirt
to
and
get a
FedEx
shirt.
it to you, Lemur.
Yeah.
oh wow, okay, that's a little
We
bit
can set-
generous.
Hey, we could send it. Who knows? Yeah, we can send it over.
Wow.
We can
Okay.
work
I mean-
something out.
Half the guests on the podcast are from the Philippines, so we could probably like get some kind of value deal.
Yeah, we could do something.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, me and PC could just like pitch in.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's not that's way too generous for you guys.
because I think every Frog fan who wants a T-shirt deserves it. Like I want
Yes.
at least just something to
Same.
show that like I was like watching the show and I loved it.
God,
It's
I
a
do
universal
understand.
right.
I do understand why there's no Team Marcy shirt though.
That's
Because oh boy,
gonna be like a bestseller.
Not Marmar.
Not Marmar.
well, maybe we'll get a Team Marcy shirt when she comes back in season 3 with her new best friend.
No,
Hulu.
stop it.
It's gonna-
No, stop it. Stop it. Stop
I'm
it.
telling you, it's gonna happen. It's
It-
gonna
it's-
happen.
Stop it.
Oh, man.
Stop it.
Please.
Stop it.
Just
Stop
I just
it.
need, she
You're
just needs to be
not.
okay. I just need her to be okay in season 3. Please. Oh man.
And I guess now it's a good time to like bring up again that Amphibia's coming back on October 2nd, and we got all this news that we normally get a week before now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does feel like Disney's giving more respect to this show because like we get our freaking our information and trailers dropped a week before the premiere. I mean didn't we get like the whole season 2 news maybe like around a month before season 2 or something?
We're
Like,
definitely
less than a
getting
month.
it
Like 2
more in
weeks.
advance than we usually do.
yeah,
Yeah.
like there's just
Yeah.
more. I can feel it. Just feels like Disney's like okay,
It's like,
we kind of screwed around with you in the first 2 seasons. We'll give you time. I don't know. I'm feeling it here.
like, remember the whole like True Car scenario and like Twitter went long, like we'll go after Disney because of that. Yeah, there's probably a reason for that.
I mean,
possible.
I don't think
motivators.
Disney's afraid of like people on Twitter.
Yeah. People,
I
they're
don't
afraid of
think-
ratio.
Yeah, like,
I feel
but
like Disney
still,
execs
like,
don't know what a ratio is. Like,
yeah, but
they're
still,
like, what?
yeah, yeah.
I
They're
don't,
like,
I don't
ratio,
think they
what?
care too much, but it's fun to
Yeah.
think about.
This is
It
fun.
really does feel like Amphibia is definitely getting a lot more recognition from the TVA studio, though, and just from
Yeah,
programming.
from the higher ups, for the higher up, which is great because it's been a long time coming.
I mean, honestly, with the with season 1 being what it was, and with
Mhm.
the end of season 2 being what it was, I kind of got the vibe that Disney didn't really care about Amphibia, but
At first.
First,
I mean, this has actually kind of changed my mind because, goddamn, they put a lot of
Yeah.
money into this show.
Yeah, they're actually because
Yeah.
it's like I feel like Disney was just like, oh wait, you guys have a lot of kids watching you. Okay, maybe I should care about you like a little more, but
Sprinkle some stacks into the writers' room.
But yeah, I'm just. It would have been nice to have this earlier, but I am glad that we're having it now. Like, I really do feel like Amphibia is really getting its break here. It's getting its big break here. It's getting like the just that sort of like positivity and respect it deserved like a long time ago.
Yeah, and if it's like if there's any time to finally give Amphibia the recognition it deserves, it's now, because this season is promising to be one of the greatest things that DTVA will ever produce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
And season 3 is not far. Like,
Yeah.
we're at the end of July, and we've just got August and September left.
It's
Oh,
insane.
Yeah, it's been like almost 2 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Like,
still
man.
not expecting it to be this soon. I
Yeah,
thought
know,
we'd
I'm
have.
s- Yeah, like I'm still processing all of that. Just, to me, a fall release was a pipe dream. There's no way on God's name it's coming this fall, but here it is. It's here. It's coming,
I mean,
October 2nd.
Not just a fall release, and like an early fall release,
Yeah.
October 2nd.
That's
Like,
it feels
literally
so
after-
close.
Literally after Owl House 2A finishes.
It's so that's just insane to me. That's just
And-
insane to me.
The Business Wire article mentions that following the season 3 premiere, new episodes of Amphibia will debut every Saturday through November 27th, and that's
Yes.
that's 9 weeks.
That's 9
So
weeks.
we're probably-
episodes.
So
We might get most of like 2A. That's not 2A, 3A,
3A.
and then maybe the holiday special.
Yeah, that seems
Ooh,
likely. It'll
yeah,
be a shut-in thing. Although there is the unclear and a very low but distinct possibility that season 3 episode 1 actually is a 44-minute special. Again, it's very unlikely. But it is a possibility, and it would also explain the 9-week.
I said
Us.
it earlier too.
Oh,
I said it earlier in
interesting.
the podcast too.
Yeah, I didn't,
see.
because I couldn't find a source for Pixels. That's why I was unsure whether like that's actually happening or not.
I messaged my friend to see if we can find a link. If he can't find it either tonight, I'll probably send it over
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I was
Yeah.
like, it's
Well,
like,
yeah,
we're
like a 44-minute episode would make the 9-episode thing
The 9
make
week
sense.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there's also like the thing where it's still unclear how many episodes season 3 have. How many half hours actually? Sorry about that.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
assume 20 until otherwise.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like 20 is a safe bet just because like that's the sort of track record they got. But like I also feel like there's just a possibility of us having more because I mean we already know they're pumping like they obviously want Amphibia to like be big this season. Like they're pumping lots of money into it. We're getting great casting. Like
Good animation.
probably gonna get better animation. I'm feeling like maybe
Studio
Disney
Trigger.
would push. Yeah, Studio Trigger animating the whole thing. Oh, man, just imagine that. But
yeah, I think 20 is still the most likely just because of how episode orders are done.
yeah. Honestly, I'm not
If
sure how this
it
whole
was
process
less,
works.
if it was less, I feel like Matt would like try and like tell us sooner than later.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least be some kind of
true.
heads up from. Yeah, it just feels like it makes sense for them to at least give us 20 and maybe push a little more of that because like we're already getting like obviously like a higher budget, really more talented stars on the show. Probably gonna get better animation. It just feels like it would be like a natural part of it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to wait and see, I think, is the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're also getting the Marcy theme song takeover.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
Okay, I honestly thought that was never coming. I thought it was just gonna be Ann and Sasha, but no, thank
Let's-
God everything
Let's
works
go.
in threes, right?
It's
Everything
just
works.
gonna be
And-
her singing and
go.
tanking.
And
Let's
also,
go.
the article specifically states that it's going to be Marcy reveals to Hop Up and Polly her adventures in Utopia while Anne was living in Wartwood and Sasha
Oh.
took charge of Toad Tower. So
Heck yes.
I'm guessing,
It's like-
yeah, Hop Up and Polly will probably just be in the beginning, like what happened with the Sasha takeover, and then like Marcy will recap.
Yeah, I'm expecting an entirely non-canon thing, just like Sasha Takeover was. Probably set during season 2, during the Quest for the Temples.
I assume
I
it would be
thought-
during season. season 1 because it says while Anne was in
No,
Wartwood.
I mean the premise for the takeover, like how when
Oh,
Sasha
okay.
came in, it was still season 1 technically,
Yeah,
like during the
Right,
premise.
right.
makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited for that one. Like,
And I'm guessing that'll come like before 3A or after 3A because I know like the Sasha takeover took place in between the
It'll
hiatus.
probably happen during
Yeah.
the hiatus.
Yeah.
yes.
This
because I remember-
soon's gonna
My
happen.
best guess, it could be like around the same month when the Sasha takeover release date.
Mm.
Yeah, when was the Sasha takeover? Was it like
It was in January.
It
I
was
think.
January
yeah.
10th.
January.
It was the one thing that kept us sane.
Yeah. Yeah, that was basically all they gave us, right? That was like Disney was just
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Along with the title
the
reveals last month.
yeah that yeah. Then
Yeah.
I mean I'm fingers crossed that we'll get something as cool as that again, but like who knows? Who knows?
I'll admit, it feels weird that we're reaching the end of this, guys.
Oh,
Shit.
man.
Yeah.
This show is gonna end in 20. Jeez.
In 2022, the show's gonna end probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guess is that 3B is gonna happen in the summer. That's my guess right now because I feel like
Yeah.
3A coming out now is pretty much like closing whatever gap, like whatever lead time they had from season 1 and 2A and season 2 combined.
Honestly, it really does feel like we're getting about 5 to 6 months between each season half, so I would not be surprised.
It really does. I don't get the sense of that we're in the end game yet, but like, I just know like
We're close to the end.
yeah, we're getting there.
We're close. We're close.
The final lap.
After once we get to the end of November, there will only be half a season left.
Half a season.
Only like 2 more months after that.
Yes. Yeah.
Jeez.
Dang, I'm gonna miss the frog show.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Really
think
does.
about it now, man. God.
Yeah, because it's just like it's not even just about the show being gone. It's just knowing like some of the relationships, in the series, they're going to have to split up. Obviously, and go back to their lives.
Oh yeah,
It's
we're talking about Endgame. Yeah.
It's just yeah.
Man, I mean, Sprague is probably gonna have to say goodbye to Anne forever.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna. That is. I feel like there's no easy way of getting through a scene like that. Like there's just get the tissue boxes ready. There's no way any human being with a beating heart is gonna make it through that scene without crying. There's no way.
Oh man.
I can't wait to have Matt Braley rip my heart out.
I can't wait for the reaction videos. Like countless people just sobbing. Like,
Dude, we're definitely gonna do a reaction for that one, right?
yeah, I'm I will record my. I will like. It's not gonna be fun to get there. It's not gonna be.
We need to make plans. We need to make plans.
Yeah, but shit, I still oh my goodness gracious! I can't believe we're almost to the finish line, bro. Good grief.
See that's just.
That's the only thing I hate about this October release. Like going to end thought.
Yeah, when we thought it was longer, we could fool ourselves into thinking that it would last.
I still thought we
Like
had maybe close to 2
one
years
more
on
year.
the Frog Show left. Yeah, just something around there, like 1 to 2 years
Yeah,
left. But
I thought
it's
season
like
3 would end in like 2023.
Yeah, early 2023.
yeah, really early. Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Well, the upside is that I believe that they said that the season 3 will be airing on Disney Plus,
Really? As soon as
Disney
it
Plus
release?
or was it just Disney Now? I remember seeing
This is
something
Disney
about
Now.
Disney
Mentions
Plus.
Disney Now on the article.
Is it just Disney Now?
But
Disney, come on, Disney.
They still haven't done that already. Come on.
It's
But who
nothing.
knows? But who knows?
Like-
They could just be doing the strategy of what they did of releasing the first few batch of the Owl House episodes after they aired the first 4, and well,
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
short,
Oh,
the small release.
wait, hold on. Like seasons 1 and 2 of Amphibia are now available to stream it in Disney Plus, and season 3 episodes will become available beginning fall 2021.
Wait, where is this?
Wait,
Oh,
it's in the Business Wire article. It literally states this. Like
I'm
it
gonna
literally
see if I can
states
grab it.
this. Yeah, I'll quote. I'll do it.
Oh,
Here.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so we're getting that same content dropped then. Okay.
yeah. Seasons 1 to 2 of Amphibia are now available.
Oh,
And
that was
season
pretty
3
cool, man.
episodes.
That is
Available.
nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes, simulcasting finally. Oh my goodness
Wait.
gracious! It's been way too long.
Maybe. Honestly, because they're just saying beginning fall 2021, right? They could just
Yeah, beginning fall.
Yeah,
Okay.
at least it's gonna happen that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's gonna happen.
At least
around
at least we don't have to wait until story is gonna be over. Wait another month for that.
So, I'll be the first to say it. Are we going to be having a season 2 watch party in the run up to season 3A?
Ooh.
Good question.
I could. That could be a good chance for me to actually rewatch Newtopia episodes, because I'm telling you, I've kept my hands off of those ever since New True
You're
Colors.
not able to rewatch the Marcy episodes.
No, I've been any appearance Andreas. No, I've been hands off of anything to do with Newtopia. But that'll be a good chance. That'll be a good chance, though. Just,
That would
And,
be fun.
In terms of the podcast, like season 3 coming out like so soon, like by the time season 3 comes out, we're going to be, I think, we'll have covered, I think, cracking Mrs. Croker.
Yeah, that's.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's a high note. What a high note to leave the podcast.
What a high note to leave the podcast.
I thought that we'd at least get through season 1 before you.
That's what I
before
thought
you
as
That's
well.
what we thought too. Yeah. No.
better pick up the pace.
No,
Yeah,
nah, we're not. We don't need to rush, because
Yeah.
I know even for the hiatus between 3A and 3B, at least we'll have something now to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh,
True,
man, I really thought
true.
we'd be able to cover all of season 2 before it came back.
Yeah. I was so
Oh.
excited for Marcy and the Gates next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, that spreadsheet just got like.
It got him. Yeah.
Yeah, it got screwed.
Yeah.
It got screwed. Oh man.
And yeah, like I allocate space for like the eventual trailer we're gonna get.
Ooh.
Oh,
yes,
the
when do you think that's gonna
trailer.
drop, though? When do you think that's
2
gonna
more,
drop?
2 weeks
because
before.
I'm thinking
A week.
probably August or actually.
I'm
saying
thinking
2 weeks
September.
before the
a
premiere.
week before. Yeah, a week
Yeah.
or 2 before
Just,
the premiere.
yeah, just the usual trend they pull. You're like
September.
yes,
Yeah, September. September makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait for
Oh, man, I
September
can't-
ends.
I'm both fearful and excited for Amphibia to come back. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean more Frog Show, but like, yeah, it's the beginning of the end.
We want more Frog Show.
Yeah. I feel like
That's
that's
what-
why part of me wants more than the usual 20 episodes. I just want this show to last a little bit longer, you know?
I know, man. I get it, but
It's just I can't. Like it's just I never thought a show would mean so much to me, but like here we go. Like
it'll be fun.
it's gonna be fun then. Because,
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting what happens once the show is.
like I don't feel like I've ever been this emotionally connected to a show ever since like Gravity Falls or something. Like it was like that was when I was
Yeah.
like, because that ending it left me miserable for months just knowing it was over. But I feel like Amphibia it's gonna be like something else. Like I've never felt so excited or proud to see characters on screen grow and change. Like I've never been so attached to something like that. But
Infinity Train as well.
Oh, Infinity Train, yeah.
Train to nowhere.
Although, what is going on with? I know we're getting way off topic, Thumb, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Getting to final thoughts after this, so because we've been through a
Wait.
lot.
PC, what were you gonna say?
Oh shoot. I've heard like rumblings about something going on with Infinity Train. What's going on with it? I assumed it was like over.
It's Owen Dennis. He's still fighting, and
Yeah.
we're getting like trending parties. Like we're getting trending parties with the Infinity Train fandom, and like that's honestly that's basically it. That's what's going on. He's still trying to like get his show back on air, but yeah.
And Owen Dennis mentioned that since that there's going to get a new CEO, something like that, that they usually change their mind, they change things. So there is a high possibility that Infinity Train will be back.
When there's a change in power, they want to leave a mark
Right.
on the company. So
we'll fingers crossed.
Let's hope egos prevail.
Yeah, please.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up though, because
I want that movie.
But I guess Infinity Train aside, like, I guess one more thing we should talk about for tonight. It's so once the planners they've settled down at the Boon Choi's house, they've bathed, they've ate, they've probably rested up after like getting beat up. Like, what do you think is going to be the first step? In general. So I guess starting with myself, like, I think they're just going to try and get Frobo back up and running, and probably like go through his brain to look for something that they could use as a clue. That's my what I think could happen. I know there's like other options. We've seen other things in LA that could help the planners on their quest. But
Silicon Valley.
Who wants to go next? Like, who wants to share first?
Yeah, I guess Oh yeah, go ahead then. I'll just go after you.
I'm going to bed after this, so.
All right.
Like when they first meet up. Is that what you're trying to?
No, like once the planners are settled down at the Boon Choi's house, like what's their first like directive or like their first move to either getting back to Amphibia or like stopping Andreas or whatever?
Well, they're trying to I think the Frobo thing is probably a first step. Trying to reboot Frobo and all that, but maybe also Anne can retrace her steps of how with the box she got from a thrift store, and there were we did a lot of theories about Dr. P.
Yep.
So maybe we did a lot of theories. That it could be who's parental figure. But yeah, I think Frobo is probably one of the first steps. Maybe they can find out something new that they didn't know before. Because sometimes when you hack into like robots and you go into their mainframe, you see there's like more stuff than the eyes could see. So.
All right. Thank you, Pixels.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Night, Pixels. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, Pixels.
All right, see you, Pixels.
Peace out, audience.
Night.
Who wants to?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it because I guess with me, I'm just thinking that they're all gonna have like their own things they're planning to do on Earth. I mean, I've already said it. Like Hop Plop. Now that he realizes, Anne's parents are here. They should repay me for taking care of their daughter for 6 months. I'm gonna take it easy. He's gonna be real.
Not where I thought this was going.
Like he's gonna be real laid back. I'm saying that's for Hop Pop. Then I could see. I feel like with Anne, we already know what's going on with her. As soon as she gets back home, her thoughts are she's already laid out a plan. Meet up back with my parents, reunite, take a little break, and then I'm going back in action. So I think like Anne, she's gonna be the one looking more ahead. But I think with Sprig, he's just amazed to be here. So I feel like with him, he's going to try and use any chance he can to explore Earth and Polly. Just like what Pixels was talking about, fixing Frobo. I think that's going to be her objective here.
Polly's going to be playing with Domino.
Ooh, Domino! Crap, we didn't even say anything about Domino, but I can't wait to meet Domino. I've never been that excited to meet a cat before in a TV show, but here we go.
I guess Lemur, what do you think is like the first main objective for the planners?
Oh, so yeah, like I agree with like what Pixels and Nick said. Like after they settle down, they're probably well. First, for me, I guess Anne should probably tell about what happened. Like she's probably gonna like she's not gonna tell the full story, but yeah, she's gonna attempt to downplay like what happened to her for the last 6 months. Explain the planter family to her parents so they don't freak out and like understand the situation and like establish the first bond between the planters and the moon choice. And then after that, yeah, she's going to find ways on how to get back into Amphibia. First and foremost, like finding the thrift store and like asking did they found the box. Yeah, and I think it's going to gradually build into this whole like grand chase of like of answers, finding answers to going back to Amphibia, while also meeting like brand new people and characters that are probably going to be willing to help her go on her journey to get back to Amphibia, and while also learning about how to control her powers and feeding robots. Andrea said to Earth.
All right, thank you, Lemur. And yeah, like I get PC. Like, how do you think the planners are going to approach? I know Pixels mentioned like retracing the steps to like maybe the thrift store. Like, how do you think? What else do you think the planners are going to try and do?
All
During
right,
their story?
all right, fam, I gotcha. So,
Right, here we go.
no, you guys
Time to get my cola.
you guys have already said most of what I thought. I think the main thing that they're going to be doing is tracing back to the thrift store, mainly because Anne doesn't know about the book in the library, so she can't really track down Professor P all that much. That being said, I think in addition to all that, and the Frobo and everything, and of course the RuPaul FBI agent, trying to track him down, I think one of the things that is going to happen is that the planters are going to be super curious about Anne's world and its history, and so that's why they wind up going to a museum.
Okay, yeah. And then I guess outside of, I think I'm curious how much I'm worried. I'm worried the planners. I'm worried in a good way that the planners are going to get a little bit distracted by this new world, and then there's going to be some sort of like moment, like rude awakening, where they have to realize like, oh, like we're not home anymore. Like I don't know. I want to see the planners like come to terms with them being like outside of Wartwood or outside of Amphibia.
Yeah,
Because they're right now in that phase of wonder right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some interdimensional culture shock, and I think one of the more likely places it'll happen is when they wind up going to the Thai food marketplace, and seeing all the frog legs.
Oh no! Oh, that's gonna mess them up.
I'm just saying.
Thai. Like, Ma Buncho is probably gonna freak out too. Like, oh shoot, we have frogs now. We can't show them frogs.
I'm just saying, frogs are eaten, and I think that might be part of what really gives them some hardcore interdimensional culture shock.
That's gonna be terrifying and funny. The best kind of comedy.
Yeah. And also, so like we have we still have the Skip Man. That thing's still like
Ooh,
Oh my
the
god,
Skit Man, I
yeah,
forgot
it's
about
still-
that.
What
It's,
is
it's,
that?
lit-
bane
it's,
of our
it's
existence.
literally
right
it's about time that they actually have to address that thing. That is
It's just-
literally messing with my mind ever since we get introduced.
it just opens up like a really interesting question because it's like Andrews. I mean, he didn't have the box for 1,000 years, so he can't have anything to do with it. But it's like a Skip Man's like they were created in like the 70s, so it's like, did someone do something with the box around it? Because it just
that
opens
means
up that question.
yeah, because it means since we know time is linear, that means like 30 years ago, or not 30, 40 years ago, the box was activated and the box somehow ended up on Earth. Or actually, no, we don't even know that either. It's just like
Yeah, we don't know that.
We
I
just
think
know the Skip Man ended up in Amphibia, which means
Yeah.
someone moved that from Earth to there. Which means someone has hopped over before, like
Or, well, not necessarily hopped over. I mean, if we're talking about, like, scientists and stuff, like the old man and whatever, it's possible that he was just experimenting on this weird box and wound up zapping his Skit Man over.
Yeah, that's why I bet that the old man is actually the old Skip Man.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that if the Skit Man winds up being important, that's probably the most likely way it's going to wind up being a thing. It was
Yes.
accidentally zapped to Amphibia when somebody was experimenting on the box.
Mm-hmm. Like the fact that the old man is possibly like the head of the museum as well. That's a like it like intertwines that two plot points very well.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to not care about the Skip Man until like I realized, oh, wait a minute. Wait, I
It's
started actually
important.
thinking.
It
yeah,
has,
like
it has to be.
it has to be.
It has to be
It
important.
just
Yeah.
It's just such a dark thing that exists and has not been mentioned.
Once. Ever since Wax Museum.
and Anne still has that in her bag, I guess.
He
Yes,
does.
She does.
She in the endless backpack. It's still floating around in there.
Yeah. It's like Kirby. Her backpack is like Kirby.
they have all
Endless
infinite
void.
items. Yeah, infinite
Yeah.
items.
Or like Doraemon.
Like it's it's just like you just have to question like why Anne packed certain things, but I guess she just did. Oh,
Actually,
man.
I wouldn't say Anne's bag is like has infinite space. I would just say that most of her stuff are, I guess, main quest items, so they don't take up inventory.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Unless
man.
unless her backpack is similar to Milo Murphy or something.
To what?
Nothing. You guys don't watch Milo Murphy's Law.
No, I've seen some episodes. I think I know what you mean because like isn't he always prepared for any like random dangerous
Yeah.
thing that happens to him? Yeah, it's
Yeah, like his backpack can carry anything, even the kitchen.
Oh man, it's just I don't even know. I would love it if there was like a scene if like of her parents just checking out her backpack and just asking why she even had certain things in. I don't know. Just please have someone acknowledge how weird it is that Anne packed all this stuff for her birthday. Like it's just
So I will say, when I was Anne's age, I just shoved shit into my backpack and forgot it for the entirety of the school year.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that as well. I had a lot of like lost headphones, I guess.
yeah, it's just
Yeah. So I do get there being a bunch of random stuff in there. I think the biggest issue is the sheer volume of it.
yeah, all the different outfits she has.
She has
from
the
it, it's
dress,
just
the jacket,
yeah.
the beanie.
yeah, it's just dang. Like, they're just so I feel like it's just too convenient sometimes that she has certain things in there. Yeah. Yeah, I do agree. When I was a guy, I did shove a bunch of random things in there. But Christ, I don't know.
Like-
I never put a bath bomb in there. I never took a bath bomb with me.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't believe you were ever a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's fair enough.
Facts,
I
bro.
think-
Facts.
I think like this is a good time to wrap up. I think we've covered everything.
Honestly, we
Yeah.
could just
That's
keep
happened.
talking about this for hours. Yeah.
I could see this
Yeah.
going on for hours at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Have we like talk about the Q&A that happened at the end of the?
Oh,
Of the
Yeah, I
movie?
quickly
Yeah,
I quickly breezed
yeah.
through that. I know there wasn't really like the VA's pretty much covered everything we expect. Like I think the only like interesting thing for me was that Bill Farmer just talked about how like he got to like explore Hop Hop's character a little bit more with the whole like with the whole Calamity Box drama.
Yeah,
Outside
this-
that, it was
I
pretty
feel like-
standard.
I feel like the Q&A could have been like maybe at least expanded like at least 10 minutes. I look at the timestamp of the panel and it's like 47 minutes long. And when I look at the SDCC scheduling listing, it says it lasts for like 1 hour. And remember that in the last month, in the beginning of June, the Instagram DTVA posted a stories post of allowing fans of the Owl House and Amphibia to like submit questions for the Q&A, and
That didn't happen.
the final
yeah.
the final result that we ever got was like at least like for like 1 or 2 for each of the cast and crew members. And
It probably.
I just like want enclosure on my question, like I just wanted my Amphibia Blu-rays, like
Yeah.
we already got like the article says that like we already have like it's the top 3 like popular animated shows, like 103 like million like viewerships or something.
on
Like-
YouTube, yes.
Like overall, like 103 million views for like Amphibia content on the Disney page,
Yes.
on the Disney
Yes.
Channel YouTube page.
Mhm.
Which, yeah, I wish we had. Ever since like COVID happened, I think we had a lot less like Q&A stuff.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
But I feel like they just cut the questions because most of them are, questionable, I guess.
Or to reviewing for like
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just really
probably.
looking forward to having
At
that Q&A
least-
happen, but it was
at
still
least-
fun.
at least my question was genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still fun in the end, but yeah, I just it's just the second time though where like they're like, hey guys, submit your questions, they'll be answered, and then it's like then we get only like 5 minutes to it. It's yeah.
But yeah. We need like an actual Q&A, a
Yeah.
Reddit Q&A.
Yeah, just something so that Matt can like take his time with them, because yeah, I totally get the fact that like it's gonna be a little hard just to go for a bunch of different questions live, I guess, when they're recording it, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
But I guess we'll wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys all for coming. It was nice setting some time aside just to talk about this like massive like info dump.
Mhm.
And
So much.
yeah, this will satisfy us for probably like a week, and then we'll just be back on our knees begging for more.
Oh man, yeah, true.
You can't even
All
deny
right.
that.
Well,
But-
thank you for having me, Thumb.
No problem. And next week we'll be covering like we're not gonna get through all of
Family
season
Scrub
1,
and
but
Contagion.
yep, we're gonna be covering those, and then yeah, we'll just go back to our season 1 rewatch or recaps. So thanks for listening in, and see you guys next week. Say good night, everyone. Or not good night. Bye.
Well, see
Yeah.
you guys.
Yes.
It's
Goodbye.
nice for me.
Oh.
See you.
All right. See you guys.